Hey, what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Power Rangers here on the KwingsLetsPlays channel. And we have seen the Power Rangers movie, actually, twice.
Yeah.
So that just says something about our Rangerness. So today, in honor of that, we'll be playing as Kimberly, the pink Power Ranger, which is a rare character in this.
Awesome.
So it's pretty exciting.
Pterodactyl. Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, I am right. They
didn't say it in the movie. They only say it's Morphin time.
She had a pterodactyl ship, though.
Yeah, she had an awesome pterodactyl ship. I like the Zord for her better than the first Power Rangers movie, but not so much better than the show. I kind of like that vibe. That
yeah, I actually didn't even remember seeing her pterodactyl Zord in the show, or
it was in it once in a while.
So, like, when I saw it in the movie, I was like, oh my gosh, she actually has a real, like, Zord that can fly. And I was like, that's so awesome.
Speaking of flying, of
course, I'm not supposed to give spoilers, but I think everyone knows she has a pterodactyl Zord, so.
Everybody also knows that there are only Rangers at the end of the movie. So it's basically, the best way to describe Power Rangers, the movie, watch the first Keaton Batman film, because that's about how long they're in the suits. 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, anyway, yeah, we won't really talk about it too much, but we really did like it a lot, and I wish it got more, I wish more people watched it, actually, because I would like to see more. I am excited to see more in the series, especially because I heard that, because they had to change the script, like, from the original show because of stuff, like...
Because 3 characters left.
Yeah, because Luke was telling me that the person who played Rick Hunter was actually the person who wrote the show, or...
Tony Oliver, yep.
Yeah, so he, basically, I don't know what I'm gonna say.
It's his baby.
So,
like, Saban and
so
Suki
basically,
Levy.
they might go by his original script, his original story, which I actually would really like to see because I don't know all the details of his original story.
Yeah, well, he was going to use the Zeo Crystal. Basically, what happened with the second season of Power Rangers, where they just kind of limped it on with the new characters, I think they planned on doing the Ninjetti thing, but it would have been Jason would have still been the leader of the Power Rangers. The only reason that Tommy was given leadership of the Power Rangers is because Austin St. John left, and that rivalry between those characters was gone. So, you know, they gave the more popular actor leadership of the team, but they actually had to dub it in. Then when Steve came in, and Johnny Young Bosch, and Aisha, and all these other people, when they came in to replace the 3 original actors that left, they had to do basically 20 episodes of filler before they could get to the new stuff, and also rush the actors into the movie that the original characters were supposed to be in. In fact, the original actors did show up to the film, and Saban said that, you know, I replaced you guys. You know, so...
Wow,
yeah.
That's weird. But anyway, I would be excited to see... Nice job, Kimberly. I would be excited to see, I heard that the Red Ranger might have actually been the White Ranger originally.
That idea came from the Boom comic books, but I believe we're going to see probably some different Ranger suits, as well as I believe the Power Rangers in space will be, like, Andros will actually be an alien this time. Kind of like how, we can talk about the first 20 minutes of the movie, because that's basically what people will see and what they'll know about. So one of the things that they've talked about a lot is that Zordon was a Red Ranger and Rita was the original Green Ranger, and that they were aliens. So basically what the Power Rangers were, kind of like what they did with Kamen Rider, like one of them, where one group is kind of like this alien police force, and they're all over the world, or all over the universe. Like, Power Rangers are scattered. They're like a military force for good, protecting the world, sort of.
Yeah, like,
universe.
Kind of like Green Lanterns, basically.
Yes, exactly.
It had a real Green Lantern vibe to it.
Exactly.
And a Tron vibe.
And a Tron vibe. Oh my gosh, yes. It had a super Tron vibe.
Well, what's up with all the Tron music? But anyway, I thought the Red Ranger was really great. I felt like the Black Ranger, he was very, like, a soft-spoken ninja, but it was like he had a lot of power to him, so he could have almost been the leader. But I thought the Red Ranger did a great job. And of course, the Blue Ranger is awesome, so, and all of them. But I'm just, you know, I'm just saying, like, I was really surprised because they don't really talk. Black Ranger really doesn't get that many lines, but he actually, you know, was pretty powerful.
Oh, Zack. I really liked Zack in the movie,
and
but
then I didn't realize he was a Chinese actor, so, yeah.
Zack, to me, he felt more like an Adam than he did a Zack. It felt like Billy.
His name was Zack, but his character was Adam.
His character was Adam because, I mean, he was the, you know, he was of Asian descent, and his storyline mirrored about what they, like, the more mature thing that they wanted to do with Adam's story at one point, so.
Yeah. And then, like you said, like, Billy's
a hybrid of Zack Taylor
the Blue
and
Ranger, they kind of made Zack and Billy together. Mm-hmm. They morphed them together. And then, obviously, the Red Ranger was Jason, but, yeah.
So he's not really the traditional, like, Billy Cranston, who was actually a little bit of Power Ranger trivia for you. You know, Bryan Cranston, the guy who played Zordon in this Power Rangers movie, was actually a Power Rangers voice actor on the original show, and his name was Bryan Cranston. So they took the last name and gave it to Billy.
Oh, interesting.
That's who Billy Cranston is named after. He's named after the actor who did a lot of voices in the original show.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And he went on to be the original Red Ranger in this universe, and I kind of like that they made Zordon a Ranger. I think that's kind of cool because they didn't really do much with Zordon in the original show.
I liked hearing more, but I think we just talked about the very beginning, so we'll, if you guys need to watch the movie, we won't really go into anything.
The best course of action, I can say that the movie is part Breakfast Club, part Power Rangers, part Tron. Part Tron.
And part Bayformers.
A lot of Bayformerness. The Megazord looks like Bayformers, yeah. So, see, I want them to be able to have the Samurai Ranger here for the featured warriors. There's no special offer either because I got demoted again.
Yeah, I wished I could see like a Trini-like character, but there was none. Like, there was no one.
No,
like
Becky G was not like Trini. The only subtle... Okay, they kind of did... She's a kung fu master, or at least likes kung fu.
they made her like she likes kung fu.
And in fact, they called her Karate Kid Girl.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess.
Which there was a Karate Kid Girl movie, so...
Yeah, but it didn't really feel like...
But what was really funny, though, is Trini's scene when she's introduced and she's doing the kung fu on top of the rock, like Karate Kid style, she's listening to death metal. And it's like, what? That's not... Trini is supposed to be soft-spoken and sweet and gentle and very feminine, but also, like, very, like,
she's totally
powerful.
Different.
Yeah. Just totally different. But, I mean, that's okay. I mean, I have no problems with the characterization of the Power Rangers in this movie.
So we'll say this said, we definitely... Maybe I should put, like, light spoilers in this because we said a few things.
No, we're just talking about the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah,
so, I mean, you know... Because we've seen the movie twice, and it's kind of hard to... Well,
it got interrupted the first time, so we had to go back and see it, and I hadn't seen the beginning. Yeah. So we watched the beginning, and... I'm not going to say anything else because I'll probably...
Well, actually, it's not really a spoiler, but I learned this the hard way, guys and gals, because I was getting popcorn and stuff the first time. The movie doesn't start with Jason in his car. The movie starts with Zordon and his Ranger team trying to protect the Earth, which that is kind of a thing that can throw you off if you don't see it because you won't understand. Like if you miss the first, you have to make sure you're in the theater or you're gonna like miss some stuff. So that's kind of a big deal. It's not like...
I don't think anyone else is gonna miss the first 15 minutes. Most people come early to things.
No, I mean, some people are like me. I know some people that, like, they're very, like, chillax in that, and, you know, so that's kind of my bad.
I mean, like, when I did miss the first part of the movie, I was really confused of the rest of the story, and then we had to come in and actually see the first part. It's like, oh, now I understand all these inside jokes and everything. Because before it was just like, I have no idea what's going on. It just felt like the movie didn't go together very well.
Exactly.
So...
Yep, that's how I feel too. But I mean, I liked it. I feel like it's a great summer. And they didn't... Spawn and company didn't send us to see the film. We saw it twice on our own. Saw it at our local theater, which we love. Our local theater, it's a lot of fun. I love the seats there. I could take a nap there if I needed to. It's a very comfortable place for me. They are so comfortable. The only other movie I thought about seeing, which you'd probably think is stupid, but it's that CG movie with that little kid as a boss or something like that. Like, it looks kind of cute but weird. That's the kind of movies that I like. Yeah.
I would say that movie looks very weird.
Or the Pirates of the Caribbean thing in May or something. I don't know.
I will see that weird baby movie with you.
But how did you like the costumes now that you saw them in the movie? Like,
yeah, they looked cool in the movie. I mean, like, I think the whole idea is just like every modern movie ever. Like, oh, instead of just throwing you into the story, we're gonna explain in detail about how, you know, these people became and what it feels like for them and what they had to go through to do that. It's like nobody cared about that in the 90s. Just like, there's aliens, awesome, let's go fight
Tyrannosaurus. Yeah.
It's just like, this is just like, okay, I'm gonna go through my journey for an hour about like how I feel about this. It's just like,
it was a movie about feelings.
I don't like system
and it was
like,
yeah, it was a superhero movie about feelings.
It's every modern movie ever. So.
Yeah, more or less.
So whatever. I mean, people who are not from my age or whatever are not going to understand even what I'm talking about. Because every movie ever, it's just the same thing. I got bothered with the difference between old Star Wars and new Star Wars. I try to explain to people. This is like old Star Wars, my Star Wars that from the 70s. I mean, I wasn't alive in the 70s, but I did grow up with old Star Wars. They just threw you into the battle. The first episode, you just have people shooting and a bad guy, and there's people, and there's a planet, and you have no idea what's going on. You just go with it. That's how people did in our age. You just go with it. Nowadays, and then when when we have the new Star Wars, they have to explain everything. Oh, you can't just have Queen Amidala say, "I'm running the country, now let's go fight." It's like Queen Amidala has to go on for an hour talking about the different ways she could help her people. It's like, nobody cares. Nobody cares, Queen Amidala. You're wasting screen time. There's the problem.
No, we're
so anyway, that's my problem with It wasn't as bad as Star Wars Episode 1, so there you go. But I really enjoyed the movie a lot. I thought it was good.
I would see it a third time, but I don't think we'll be able to make it in theaters. Like,
I thought it should have gotten way more views than it did.
Yeah. Well,
and we thought that they should have played the Power Rangers theme song more.
Oh my gosh,
that would be one thing they could have added to it.
The one thing I didn't like about the movie is I hate the Ranger theme. Like, they did not. And even at the end of the movie, like during the credits, they have a great rendition of the Rangers theme.
Did they not have the rights to it?
Of course they have the rights.
Then why would they not use the song
Because they wanted to do Tron. Apparently,
it's like they played Tron music instead.
I think the director really was a fan of Tron.
And then I was like, I think Tron should like sue for copyright because like a lot of the scenes look like they were in a Tron movie. I was like,
I also feel like the Ranger suits don't look like. You know what it feels like? It felt like a hybrid. I mean, since the Zeo Crystal is like the focus of what this franchise is, the Rangers look like a mix between Power Rangers and Power Rangers Zeo. So, I mean, Zeo had that slick, cool look, whereas...
Oh, yeah.
They don't look like, space marshals. Like, because they don't look like Rangers. The boots and all the other stuff, I mean, that's very Ranger-ish.
I understand.
I don't know. But, I mean, the look's growing on me. I
mean, they kind of look like the way that if you had a Green Lantern, like how he would... Like where your suit morphs onto you, like with a ring or something.
Yeah, so music aside, it was, it was a good movie.
We enjoyed it enough to see it a second time to make sure we got it. So, I mean, that'll tell you something. We really liked it.
It did.
And Luke really doesn't go to see a lot of movies.
I don't even go to see movies twice. Like, so, I mean, that was kind of like a
he didn't even get to see Rogue One yet.
No.
I told you to go see Rogue One like 1,000 times.
I know you did. So, unfortunately, Kimberly hasn't had one victory online in PvP yet, but that's okay.
I really liked Kimberly's character a lot in the movie. I thought she was very sweet.
Did you like her more than the original character?
Yes, I did.
I did too, actually. I grew up with Kimmykins, and she felt
she
like...
had a lot of heart to her, and I liked her a lot more than the original Kimberly.
Do you know who she felt like, for me?
What?
Catherine.
Oh,
she felt like Kat.
Oh. Yeah, I thought that she was a very sincere person, and I really liked her character a lot.
Jason felt like Jason to me.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
They
He
did
did
it,
a
even though
great
he's a
job.
football player and not a martial artist.
Still
Like,
felt like Jason because
it felt like Jason.
he really took charge of his team, so he
Yep.
really like. And I really liked one thing, like they said, which was really great about Jason, which I think maybe they took it off of the original, like, Mighty Morphin Power Ranger thing, but, you know, like, I think Zordon is, well, I probably shouldn't spoil anything, but somebody said to him that, you know, you really have to take responsibility for your team, and that's a sign of a great leader, and, you know, whenever his team wasn't doing well,
Oh, come on. We had that.
you know, he's always like, oh, I have to, you know, it's my fault, I need to take responsibility, so I thought that was really interesting, because that was kind of the way that Jason was in the original show.
Well, also,
You know.
Zordon was kind of like a space dad for the kids. In the original show, like, in the first season, you could see that kind of teenage angst. I mean, this one, you can kind of see, like, a fatherly aspect between Zordon and Jason, but the rest of the team, it's kind of estranged. Like, maybe they'll build up on it. They want to make
Yeah.
5 movies. 5 more movies.
Well, I thought it would have been really amazing if Austin St. John did play Jason's dad.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I heard that people were trying to get that, and I feel like it's kind of weird that they didn't have the whole cast as a cameo.
yeah.
Because how much does it really cost for someone to be in your movie for 2 seconds?
Well, Amy Jo Johnson found out about it, and she actually called the production team, and, you know, it was the producers who didn't want anything to do with the original cast. So when Amy Jo Johnson showed up, the original cast was psyched, even though they weren't even born when the original Power Rangers was around. They probably came out being born like in the early 2000s or late 90s, so like Power Rangers in Space or Power Rangers Zeo, or maybe
Yeah.
even Power Rangers Wild Force, or I don't know, Lightspeed. Whatevs. So, I mean, they were stoked to have her, and the other Rangers, they were told, you know, no cameos. Especially the second stringers couldn't get in, but even the originals, like David Youst tried. He tried to be the janitor. Walter tried to get it,
why?
and Austin, I don't know.
I would have liked to see them all there at the end, or
That would have been great, like taking the selfie, yeah.
like, why would you need to have a reason to have a cameo? Just put yourself in the crowd, like, who cares?
just be like an unpaid extra, just like, hey, I'm here. But no, I have a lot of high prospects for the sequel, but what I don't want them to do, and I'm just gonna say this right now, and there's a big talk about this, like, it's not a spoiler, it's all over the internet, everybody's talking about Green Ranger. They're trying, and even the cast are like, well, it would be great to have the Green Ranger, you know, be a female, and it's like, I have no problem with that, but they already did it. And they talked
Yeah,
about it in the
because
production because
it would
Rita
just be
was the green.
Same plot over again as the first movie.
Exactly.
So it's just, and also, weren't they supposed to be going with their original script? So that wasn't the original script. But also, I feel like the original Green Ranger would be so, like, I don't know.
I'm sorry, but this time, since it's a darker Power Rangers thing, they need to be more true to Sentai, and they need to have Green Ranger die.
Whoa.
Green Ranger needs to die and give his powers to Jason, just like how
Oh my god.
the original died and gave his powers to Geki. I'm just saying, if you're
he
going...
does-
because, I mean, this is a much serious, you know, it would hold a lot of, like, legendary status for Tommy to have his character be killed off. And, you know, it would be true to the story. I'm just saying. I went there because I can't.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean... Yeah, but I mean, he had a much better story arc with him dying, though.
Oh, and Jew Ranger? Yeah.
He
Yeah,
had
I
a much
agree.
more intense story arc, other than my powers are draining. It's more like
He literally put his life on the line, and he had a really
he
cool
was very
exit.
heroic and stuff, yeah.
And his brother became a better fighter and a better leader after his brother was
It was
gone.
more brotherly love. It was better closure. Like, with it totally, like, always pitting... That's what I didn't like about the whole, like, green and red pitting themselves against each other all the time, was that, you know, it kind of brought in so much tension. It was like as
yeah.
much tension as a Marvel movie, and it bothered me. It was just annoying.
But anyway, guys and gals, we can keep talking about this like till the cows come home. But that was the rare Kimberly Power Rangers, Saban's Power Rangers movie, Kimberly. Next time, we'll be looking at, and I know I'm going to say this guy's name wrong, so don't even bother, but we're going to be looking at Sword Guy. So
That's the official name, Sword.
yeah, sword guy. But thanks so much for taking the time to watch. Don't forget to mash that like button because it really helps us out. And tell us your favorite aspect of the movie that's non-spoilery, like a character trait you liked, or something exciting, and how many times you saw the movie. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!